Welcome to my show. Episode 2, we continue to talk about mental and physical health issues, particularly during the lockdown and COVID anxiety period. Today, we'll take you to a specialized place. My friend and personal trainer, please come with me. This studio is specialized for people to improve their mental and physical health. Hi Carmel, we are here.
Hi Hanif, how are you?
Very good, how are you?
Lovely to see you.
Nice to see you, you look gorgeous.
Thank you, you too.
This week particularly we talk about body and mind and how they work together for our well-being. Because life is not always happiness.
No, that's right.
Sadness is a reality in your life. Just like when you drive, not all the traffic lights get green signal. You get red light. You stop, pause, re-energize, then move forward. So today we would like to introduce Carmel. She's been personal trainer for 22 years and friend of mine I know for last 10 years and wonderful person, more focused on body and physical and mental health issues, and her studio specialized for people who really want to change their lifestyle, recover from chronic illness and come back to good health and mind. Yep. So body and mind work together collaboratively. So please, Carmel, please talk to us your experience.
Okay, so we've been very fortunate today for Hanif to come and visit. And he's come to see me in the very hot topic, which is very important at the moment, and that is mental health and the importance of, I guess, exercise and keeping yourself physically active as a marriage. So you have mental health and then you marry it with your physical activity. And we all know how important that is, but unfortunately just so many other things get in the way. Yep. So when our clients come here, we never ask someone if they want to lose weight.
Yep.
Whether they want to, whether they need to, it's irrelevant. What we ask is what we can do for them. And so our ethos here is moderation. So we want people to be able to run around after their children. We want someone who is possibly type 2 diabetic or pre-type 2 diabetic to come off medication. That's where we find we have the biggest wins.
Okay.
And so leading on to illness, obviously, is depression, as we were talking about before as well.
Yeah.
So depression and anxiety affects anywhere up to 45% of the Australian population sometime in their life, which means that either I'm touched, you're touched, my family is touched, my friends are touched, my clients are touched. And there's a variety of reasons as to why it is that people either are diagnosed with depression or they have anxiety, it's environmental, postnatal. But really what we do here is encourage people to see that the more you move, the more active you are, the more you become part of a community. I guess it's the mind, body and soul
We'll
It's
work together.
Work together. That's
If
right.
one fall,
That's right.
then
That's
collapse.
right. No day is easy.
Yeah, no.
Every day, sometimes it's
Yeah.
hard to get out of bed. Why am I getting out of bed?
Yes.
But we do it, and we feel better.
Yeah, during the lockdown, I myself gone through lots of depression. I was on medication. But only
Okay.
one thing keep going was my physical training.
Yeah.
I never stopped. Even
Yeah.
lockdown period, I go and run
Yeah.
because there's no gym or anything, but still continue running, and that means that made me back to normal.
Yeah.
And like where we discussed before, always eating is very important. What you eat is very important, particularly this modern time, because if you under depression, you eat something which you don't need at all, and sometimes you eat 50% more than what you really need. So that's one of the biggest problem is eating. Out of control we eat, especially we are at home, fridge is open every now and then. So
That's right.
that's what Carmel is more specialized about. She's a nutrition as well.
Almost studying.
Yeah.
Studying,
yeah.
almost there. It's been 4
But
years,
got
part-time.
experience.
Yes.
And she will tell, because work hand in hand, physical training and eating and thinking clearly is very important. So please, how the food, eating and training work together.
Okay. So again, it is the marriage of the two, and we have so many fads out there, so many books, so much online that teaches us 80-20, 70-30. What are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
We're so confused.
That's true.
Do we eat this carbohydrate? It's a carbohydrate. You can't have that. Do you know that 80% of the carbohydrates that you consume are for your brain?
Yep.
So when people don't eat enough good energy, low GI carbohydrates,
Yes.
sweet potato, brown rice, quinoa, that we actually are more fatigued.
Yes.
And that's when we do the sneaky grab for the mini Mars bar or a couple of slices of white bread, because it's a lot easier to do that
Yes.
than it is to get whole grain bread
Yep.
and make a beautiful, I don't know, open melt, something that,
Yes.
that makes us feel good,
Yep.
and we have that childhood memory,
Yep.
and then it makes us happy.
Yep.
So really, what we put in us is what we are. So Hanif, what
Yep.
car are you?
What? Car.
What
Yeah,
car?
yeah.
Are you a
drive.
Ferrari?
No. I'm a Camry man always.
That's
Ferrari.
not what I mean.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
I mean is,
I understand.
Are you a
Yeah,
Ferrari?
If I want a Ferrari, I have to be Ferrari.
Okay, I'm a Ferrari. I'm a Ferrari.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
so if we want to run really well,
Yes.
then we're going to put the best fuel in us. Okay? And today, the best fuel can be a little bit more expensive. Sometimes it's a little harder to make or to get into the engine. But if we go to that effort, then we are going to feel good.
Yes.
That car is going to purr like a kitten.
Yes.
But if we put in rubbish, we put in E10 in a Ferrari,
yes, exactly.
what happens? You're going to feel tired, you're going to feel sluggish, you're going to wake up every single day, Groundhog Day, it's the same thing again. You're going to reach for the rubbish food, high GI, you're going to reach for what's quick.
Yep.
You're not going to feel good, and you become so used to it, you don't know any different. And it's really hard to break that
Exactly,
cycle.
yes. So every body got, like car, every car got a different petrol. And if unfortunately somebody put a diesel,
That's right.
that's what many people put diesel in their car.
Yes.
Like eating lots of things what they don't need and
That's
wrong
right.
thing.
Yeah.
Similarly, every car, every machine got, like our body got different
That's right.
metabolism. So we have to put accordingly. And
right.
only the expert can tell you.
Yes, but it doesn't take a lot to
No.
know
Because
what we should
I've been
and shouldn't be
following
eating.
this for many years. Moderate eating, moderate carb.
Yeah.
And I eat rice as well, as you said.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong, but you have
And
to
it
be
is
moderate.
very confusing as
Yeah.
to what it is that we're supposed to eat. We're
Yeah.
told not to eat carbs. We're told not to eat white rice. We're
Yeah.
told not to eat potatoes.
Yes.
We're told no.
yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with a little bit of everything.
Yep.
So here we believe in moderation. We're not going to say, no, you can't have a donut, Hanif.
Yep.
Because if you really want that,
You
and
have
you've really earned it, and that's your treat for the week,
Yes.
then fine. But if you drive home on the way home after session and you're going to eat takeaway,
Yeah.
that's going to hurt my heart.
That's exactly.
And it's going to hurt your heart
Yes,
ultimately.
yes, that's true. So what kind of tips you can tell people when normal diet?
Normal diet, really,
Yeah.
really easy. Eat clean. Try and eat things that don't come from a box.
Yeah.
So when you look at the back and you
Yeah.
look at the ingredients,
Yeah.
then you look how many ingredients are there. is sugar in the top 3.
Yeah.
Try and reduce that. If it has sugar in it, get rid of it. The less ingredients, the better.
Yes.
So fresh vegetables, which
Yeah.
aren't always expensive. I know sometimes
yes,
that they
of
are.
course, yeah.
Organic would be great, but
Yeah.
we can't all afford
Yeah.
organic, so we have to be sensible.
I eat lots of steamed vegetable.
Right, excellent,
yeah.
great, great. But like, here's what I say to my clients. Here's a salad. It's tomato, cucumber, lettuce, Spanish, onion, whatever it is that you want. Well, that kind of makes me go to sleep. So what do? You add treasures. You go to the effort, you toast some almonds, you put a little bit of Natvia on some walnuts in the oven,
yeah.
you make a big batch, you put it, it's organisation. You do a couple of boiled eggs, some fabulous feta, you put treasures into this meal, and all of a sudden there's a very boring, bland, no one wants to eat me salad, becomes this amazing pop in your mouth.
Yeah.
If we don't have pop in our mouth, why would we eat it?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So you have a Mars bar and you go, oh, I had that as a child. I feel amazing.
yeah, we all are child sometimes,
That's right.
Yeah.
So you need to get that pop from healthy food. So whole grain foods.
Yeah.
Foods that come from the ground,
Yeah.
foods that come from the ocean, from fresh water,
Yeah.
fish.
Fish, yes.
You know, we don't have to eat fish every single
Yeah.
day. You know, it's just variety and moderation. If you want to eat out, but really enjoy it.
Always think what you eat, not just.
Yes. Yes.
What is that? I was looking at that, and what that means.
Okay, so this is the yin and the yang, which is obviously very, very famous and very old.
Yeah.
So we are the representation of the avocado, which is obviously the ultimate of clean living. Okay, it's full of omega-3s. It's wonderful for us. It's a good fat. It's high in fat, but it's a good fat. We don't need to eat a whole one every day, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it's a good fat. You have a donut. This is my donut.
Yeah.
My donut might be your glass of red wine. It could be a few rows of chocolate. It could be just the most magnificent meal in a French restaurant.
Yes, yes.
It could be whatever it is, but it's discretionary. But if you don't have that circle of health,
You're not supposed
then
to.
you're going to be sad.
Yes.
You need that. If this is the major part of your life, then unfortunately,
You're not doing the right thing.
you're not doing the right thing for your health. And
Yeah.
if you don't want to have disease,
Yeah.
you don't want to increase, which we know sugar also can damage us in our emotion. It picks us up, it drops
Yes.
us off. So if you're sad, or if you have depression or anxiety, you're like this and you're like this. So your emotions are up and then down.
Yeah.
So the same as a diabetic with their glucose,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
up and it's down. It's up and it's down. So we really need to find the happy medium. So this is us. We are complete moderation. Treat yourself, Hanif.
Yep.
Have a treat. Just make
Yeah,
it a good
exactly. Sometimes you need a coffee, nice full cream with the one sugar.
That's exactly right.
You want to enjoy.
I'm going
it.
to say no to the sugar,
Yeah.
but
yeah, sometimes you need the sugar. Yeah, sometimes.
sometimes.
Yeah, not all the time, because I know sugar is not really natural. Sugar is all processed things.
It can be, yes.
But I like my dry fruit instead of sugar.
Your dried fruit.
Yeah,
Okay.
dry fruit, man.
Okay.
I like my dry fruit.
Okay.
And I would like to ask a few questions, if you don't mind.
Okay.
What made you to become a personal trainer? Any motivation behind it?
When I was a child, I was always very active. I just loved
And
moving.
by the way, I forgot to tell, Carmel got 3 daughters. She's a
I
mother.
have 4 daughters,
Four.
but I've given birth myself to 3.
Yeah, 3, and that's
Yes.
and she's still, maintain a physique and
And let's just
motivated.
say that wasn't easy.
it's not easy. Yeah.
No.
Nothing is easy in this
No,
world.
it's
Nothing
not.
is easy.
No.
Even going for running at this cold weather, because all gyms are closed, we
That's
have to go to
exactly
the
right.
field, and it's not easy. It's cold.
No, it's not
First
easy.
round for me, every day. First round is hardest. I make 100 excuses. Too cold. Don't run. But after first, you want to complete your 10
Yeah.
round. Yeah, that's it. So, which is good. And tell me some experience which you totally changed people's lifestyle. Who,
Okay.
some of your client may be very unhealthy person, completely changed. If you got any experience,
Yeah.
please share to the
Yeah, of
audience.
course. So I have a few clients, actually quite a few clients, but 3 in particular that come to mind that were all on type 2 diabetic medication. Okay, they were living incredibly unhealthy lives. One of them was not even allowed to pick up a 1 kilo dumbbell, and she was 62 years old. and she was also on the type 2 diabetic medication. She was able to, through exercise and changing her lifestyle. So this is what it's about. It's not exercise and it's not diet, it is lifestyle. So all of a sudden she started walking every day to the letterbox instead of sending her grandson. She started parking her car further away from somewhere, and then she would walk further. It just became an everyday routine pattern. Wake up, this is what I'm going to do today, and then she did it. And so through movement and diet, she was able to come off the medication.
Yeah, oh, that's great.
Yes,
especially for a diabetic.
Yes, absolutely. She's now 73 years old, and she can do pull-ups.
Wow.
Before, she couldn't pick up 1 kilo.
That's an amazing story. And
Absolutely, absolutely. So this has completely changed her lifestyle. Coming here and seeing us as her community, she's here 6 days a week just to be here with the people that love her and encourage her. And she is our inspiration.
And I know that your gym is not just a gym, it's more personalized for...
It is. So we have a lot of people who come here who have injuries. We have quite a few who have had spinal surgery, cervical spinal surgery, shoulder reconstructions, knee replacements, a gentleman with double hip replacements. So we actually have a lot of clientele that have a lot of injuries. Yeah, and that in itself is enough to make someone depressed.
So once you get this kind of positive stories from your client, how do you feel it?
Well, you know, sometimes I wake up and I think, what am I doing? What do I know? Why are people coming to see me? And then that day, someone will come in and they'll say, Carmel, I went to the doctors and my glucose levels were lower. And I go, there's the win. That's what I got.
Okay.
Because
that makes you satisfied.
That's right. That makes me satisfied.
Job satisfaction.
Absolutely. Life satisfaction.
Yes.
That makes my heart happy.
Yeah, that's why, because you're giving something and that people are achieving, which is great.
Yeah, well, we're educating. So that's something else we believe in.
Because sometimes doctor can't help that much. They can only give certain guidelines.
We can guide.
But people, because people like you normally change because you physically work with them to change. Whereas doctor just give a medication. That's it. So that's why the medication is that's not enough, except without the physical trainer.
And we don't want people to accept.
And I always had a physical personal trainer because many years ago I had a frozen shoulder and completely I couldn't do anything. Then after recovering slowly, and I got one of the best personal trainer, and back to my 100% back. And so you tell me some of your equipment and things.
Hanif likes this.
I love this.
This is our box.
I love that.
We jump up on, which is plyometrics, which funnily enough, I'll tell you, as we get older, we lose the ability to move fast and to be able to respond quickly. So an elderly person going across the road, if there was a car coming, they would not be able to move quickly. They can fall, they can break a hip. So what we do here, we actually encourage our senior clients to do a form of plyometrics that are appropriate for them. So their response time, if they were crossing the road, they could move quickly. So it's not about them being skinny.
It's movement, immediate movement. Yes, movement.
It's movement. It's someone who hurts here, who in time can come down to here without any pain.
Exactly.
And again, for us and everyone who works here, that's our win.
Okay.
That is our win. That someone feels good here, here, and here.
And I love it, you know. If I don't jump for 1 week, I get crazy.
I think he's going to steal my box.
So anything else you can? This is 30 inches, means 40.
Okay, so I'll show you. So with these, it's very simple. You can either you can step. This is an amazing piece of equipment. You can step on it. You can. Do I have to jump?
Do
I really? Okay.
Because I'm not prepared to jump. Otherwise, I love to jump.
By the way, I'm 42. All right.
Oh, don't tell that. Don't tell that.
Look, here we have
you have to convince people that you're 42.
Please. So here we have a wide variety of equipment that we use for everyday mobility. So we have this big rig, which has actually become very popular in the last 20 or so years. We do a lot of things with this. You can do you can do pull-ups. It's lots and lots of things. But here our TRX, this is marvelous.
I have one at home.
You have one at home. Your functional fitness. What we do here is your entire body.
Yeah.
We look at your injuries, we look at any weaknesses
Yeah.
that you might have, and then we build on those, and then we get stronger and stronger until people, if they wanted to, they could run on a treadmill for half an hour, 20 minutes. We don't like that. We'll
Yeah.
put someone on here for 500 meters, and that's it, because that's not what we're here for.
Yes,
Go
exactly.
run outside.
Yes, yes.
Yeah?
Running outside is much better now.
Yeah.
That's I realize now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the rope, that's
Oh, the battle rope, of course.
Battle
So we
rope,
have
yeah.
the battle ropes.
I miss because there's no gym. I miss that one.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So basically, anything that is
Yeah.
safe, that can get your heart rate up, that's going to protect your joints, because of course we need to protect our joints. We get older, our cartilage gets damaged or it's removed, we end up with bone on bone.
Yeah.
Obviously then knee replacements, hip replacements, osteoporosis, osteopenia, osteoarthritis for people.
Yeah.
All of these things are things to, again, coming back to mental health,
Yeah.
make people
Yeah.
unmotivated, sad, anxious. It stops them from doing things because they're
Yeah.
scared, and
Yeah.
at the end of the day, pain leads to fatigue, which leads to depression and
Then
sadness.
because if you don't treat on the sport, depression and mental health, you ruin your life, and it's hard to get back to normal. So that is why continue these two things: keep mental health and physical health together. And if you really want to make a change in your life, you have to see the expert. If you have depression, you have to talk about it. And if you keep in yourself, it hurts. That make you chronic illness. So to avoid that, you have to. Mobility is very important. Physical mobility that make you think positively. Otherwise, everything. That's why lots of people can't even move. Even in their 40s, they can't move.
That's right.
Lots of illness, and so. Wonderful time with Carmel today, and we're looking forward to the next episode. And thank you, Carmel, for.
You're welcome.
And,
Lovely.
Okay.
Have a great day, Hanif.
Thank you.